Hi, my name is Jeff York. I just got second place at the Providence Regional here. I played ABCs, played 4 Dark Synchros, 3 ABCs, and a Blue Eyes deck today.
I was surprised at the amount of Dark Synchro players here.
It was insane.
At the top tables, there's like 2 or 3.
That Omega Loop is ridiculous. I just letting everybody know.
I can see Omega get limited.
I think so. I ended up breaking a board of double Omega Scarlet after he blew up my board for 2,000. Best card instant fusion. That's all I'm gonna say. This card is great.
All right, so let's get into the profile and see how you win EXO.
All right. So standard alphabet soup. All right. All right. Like I always find myself searching this first. I don't think I really need to explain them too much, but this is your beater. This is what you sit on, and this is like the best thing to equip. It gets you another card. A great synergy with Tsukiyomi. I think that's it. We have these things.
So, as Ashman in his profile, why run 3? I see it's people running 2.
Because of my other ratios, I wanted to make sure that I was always making Tsukiyomi. If at least I couldn't make Buster, I wanted to make sure that I could draw into like my additional cards.
That makes sense.
And stop my opponent from playing until I could establish a Buster. So we played 3 of these. We also follow up with a Rhoda because.
Really?
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that every card that I drew got me
live.
Yeah, it was live and got me to another card. I didn't like want to start 5 cards and like yeah, I can play one of these and then hope for the best. On the reasoning of this as well, we played 3 of each. I feel like this is exactly how this needs to be.
Just to clarify, you're running the Rank 4 version, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the 3 of each makes sense.
Yeah. This card is just really, these cards are so good. I like bluff set one of these at one point. I didn't have anything, and he summons a B and he just crashes into this. He has nothing else, and I'm like gadget effect. He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, summon silver, summon B from hand, hanger effect, quip, and he's like.
And he's like, I lost.
He's like, why did I do that? Like, and it's a cool scenario came up today where I was able to activate this in the Banish Zone.
Really?
Yeah, so the cool thing about these cards, they don't need to go to graveyard to trigger their effects.
So they just need to be destroyed?
Yeah, they just have to be destroyed by a battle or card effect, and they can trigger wherever. So a Dweller means nothing to these guys.
Really?
Nothing. Yeah. As long as like you can get them like away from the graveyard, like Dweller is like completely irrelevant. That's a cool thing.
That's a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, most people don't know, like if like you kill this and like they like have like a floodgate up that says no, they don't go to graveyard. They'll still trigger. Double Maxi, I expected a lot of ABC mirrors. Expected a lot of PK decks, like because
almost everybody was playing ABCs today. Like,
yeah, I was like thinking, oh, that Dark Raccoon card, like that's actually like really scary. Like strike on legs, and I was thinking like, oh, I was gonna see that. They're gonna turbo for Rebellion and just that. No, this card was actually terrible today. And like it's weird to say.
I've seen people saying they don't want to run Maxi anymore. It's weird, but
I found myself every time that I had this card, I had to make Tsukiyomi, and
yeah,
I was like, okay. I always was evaluating: is the next 2 cards better than the Maxi, or is Maxi better than the 2? And that came up a lot often. I don't know if this deck can do hand traps outside of Ghost Ogre, but. Further testing, we'll see. It wasn't that great today.
Hey, you got 2nd place, so you might want further testing, but it's good for now.
Yeah, fair enough. 3 staple win condition, 3 staple to search the win condition.
3 Rhoda, you mean?
Yeah, Rhoda for this, and then Rhoda for any of the alphabet soups. Funny thing, a lot of the time I wouldn't open these cards and I would have to make Tsukiyomi and then I would draw one of these pieces.
And just have further plays.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, it's not that bad to draw it afterwards, but you would prefer. Upstart because we just like drawing. This is a 42 card deck, so
okay.
this is gonna be like probably weird to some people. I wanted to be able to activate something.
There's something you also want to banish off of Desires.
Yeah. So I'm playing 42. I felt like this was correct. Like, if I don't open Desires, like essentially this is just a wild card for me, and it's not hurting me or hindering me or anything at all. We played 2 Desires.
Did you miss the 3rd or?
I did not miss the 3rd. I didn't have the 3rd. I would have played the 3rd, but I actually resolved 2 of these at one point in one game. It was
pretty solid, but at the same time, it's kind of risky.
It was rough. My final play was make Buster Dragon and Paladynamo, and hope to God I went for game.
Well, that's the preview of your extra deck. Paladynamo is a interesting deck.
Oh, it's great. But yeah, this card's great. It's neg 9s, neg 13s, whatever. I banished 3 hangers at one point, by the way. This card,
Oh.
that's my
Oh,
horror
God.
story of the day. And then oh my god. All right, so the draw was 2 terraforming, so just letting everybody
Oh,
know.
God.
Banished 3 hangers, draw terraforming.
That's really bad.
The Rhoda for the Thrashers, the Splice, Book of Eclipse. I wanted probably like the best interruption possible. Any way you stack this on a chain link, their monsters are going face down.
Yeah.
Yep. It doesn't matter what happens. I also like this against ABC because Buster is not a cost to tribute.
Oh, so it's just an effect?
It's just an effect. It's not a cost to
Okay.
tribute. So
I haven't read the card really.
Yeah. You wanna just read that on
Most
the
people
side?
just know what it does, so I didn't have any
Yeah.
ruling issues.
Yeah, it's not a cost to tribute. So it's really interesting. Like, it has a unique interaction where they will go to activate their effect. And
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just an effect.
Yeah. So you just chain this and you just put it face down, and like now they're just like, oh, well, my Buster's there, and then you make your Buster use out theirs, and they don't get any value to their hanger or anything. Really great.
awesome.
Against the Metalful Cosmo player that I drew with. Was actually just sealed me a game against him. He made the Metalful Alchemist guy and a Dark Lady, and drew this for Sandbox.
That's an evil feel.
That isn't it? Like, oh, I'm gonna equip yourself and negate anything you try and stop. But this card right here just single-handed saving it. I originally wasn't going to play this, and I threw it in last minute because I was like, I see a lot of Vanity Speeds and stuff floating around, and like most ABC decks don't like have like main deck negation.
Or even Herald.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. If I played against Herald deck, oh man, that just would have sucked. I hope not. But yeah, this was MVP. I highly recommend trying this out to whoever plays this deck.
It's better than Raigeki right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, there was never a time where I was like, I wish this was Raigeki, because, I mean, the only thing you're worried about with this card is giving them the draws, but when you activate this, you're going for game. Like, there's
They have nothing they can do.
Yeah, there's no reason to activate this prior. We played 2 Instant Fusion. These were my additional extenders. So if they really my gadget or Ghost Ogre my gadget, this made sure that I could still keep playing and continue my plays. It comes up a lot. Also, it's a really great thing to draw after you Tsukiyomi as well. It's great synergy. Also triggers Hanger.
Well, that is true, actually.
Yeah, this triggers Hanger is great. Like, it doesn't matter you're negating the effect of beads, like you're getting Hanger for the other piece.
Yeah, you're getting it back and you're just going even further.
Exactly, right?
Make ABC off of that.
Exactly. I don't like back row. I think this is staple. I think you have to play 3.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, did you like the 3 or did you think 2 was
I
fine?
loved the 3. And like, it was there when I needed it. I didn't see too many of it. Like, I never drew. I mean, this might be like a little bit luck, but like I never drew like 2, and I never saw a 3. Also, every game 2 and 3, I did side out 1. Well, like game 1, like when I needed to see this, I saw it. I just feel like the deck going second has a hard time. So if you're strike, anti-spell, etc. set, like this deck will have a hard time considering like most of our starters are spell cards.
Yeah, they just get you the plays and you just go off.
Yeah, exactly. We played 2 Rude card.
Oh, you're mating that?
Yes. This caught a lot of ABC players on. Like, so against a Dark Synchro deck, I flipped this first, and he scooped immediately. He showed me his hand. It was double Resonator Call, Instant Fusion, Soul Charge, and an Upstart. And he was like, you got it.
Painful.
Did this against an ABC player. He showed me double Hanger, Instant Fusion, and some pieces, and I was like, I'm sorry.
Bad.
Like,
yeah.
No, this card.
That just won you games.
This card just single-handed, like me flipping it. This doesn't take any skill to do, but you mean like just flipping this card just tells your opponent, hey, you're on a clock. Good luck. Hope you have Twin Twister now, or this is probably the game. Like if you resolve this and Buster, it's done. We played 1 Emptiness. It's like this is a staple. You just need this card. Decks like to spam this board a lot.
Probably the best trap card in the game right now.
I've just won games just like flip Emptiness. Oh. No, you don't have Twin Twister?
One of his few games that he lost today was 2 Emptiness.
Just an Emptiness, and I could.
Yeah, Emptiness just steals games. It's insane. And then we played 2 Solemn Strike.
Really? So no warning and no 3 strikes?
My thing with warning was it's not good against established boards.
That's true.
Like I would rather have something that can react than something that I have to wait for my opponent to make a play. Like they could already have an established Omega and they activate the fact, strike, or against Pendulums by Kieran, please stay in the graveyard.
Actually.
Yeah. I was considering warning, and I was like, I don't want to, because if I go second with warning, I'm going to be very sad.
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
Twin Twister was like already like rampant. I wanted to keep the trap lineup kind of small. I wanted like kind of sections like, all right, I don't want my opponent to
So
have.
how was that going second? Because anytime I've ever drawn that card going second, it never did anything for me.
So I noticed most people, when they go second and they draw multiple of these, or they'll draw one of these, they'll feel like kind of like discouraged, like, oh, I wish I had it now. My opponent just went off all their spells. That's okay. Like, it's not that bad. Like, you can still use this card, set it, like, just break their board first, do whatever it is you have to do, and then set this card. Because this is another win condition. This is kind of like an emptiness, honestly. Like, this tells
against Bush.
yeah, like, this tells your opponent, like, you have to wait two turns to play. Like, I did side them out every game 2 and 3. Like, if I wasn't going first, this wasn't in there unless I was playing against Metal Foe, and then it just stayed in because it was like stable.
Yeah, because they pop their own stuff.
Yeah,
and,
like they pop their own stuff, and like they unlock their skills for me. So if I can catch them, like, oh, after go driver effects, pop silver, and I'm like, okay, chain,
and then they're
and then
screwed.
they're like, oh, I'm done now. Let's set fusion. Yeah, pass. And then I want to just like an all-round, like, I don't want you to special summon, and I want to hold my strikes in hand. Like, most of the time when I set cards, it was either 1 or like it was like 2, like in this combination. And it was never like, let me set 5. I was very conservative throughout the entire day.
That's smart to do, because you don't want to get blown out.
Yeah, because I felt like the deck can compete. It has a really good grind game, but if you just throw your resources out, you'll lose very early.
Yeah.
The deck has like they're not once per turn. You can sit there and just loop these guys forever. Yeah, no, this was perfect. I don't think I would change this. I feel like anti-spell main deck was great. Emptiness, great.
So are you going to show as your side or your extra next?
We'll show the extra deck.
Okay.
The tokens.
Oh, those are the necessary part of the extra deck?
Yeah, you have to do these. Mainly this one.
You can't do good if you don't have this.
Yep, you can't do good. These
Only
are,
the Merrick token.
Only this one. Important. The rest, whatever. Alright, so staple 3. Just wow, Konami, why?
It's Dark Destroyer.
Yeah, like
in
this,
all regards, that card is Dark Destroyer.
like why? I mean, I think this card would be. I don't know how to make this balanced. I get, yeah, you tribute it, you don't get it back, but I can emerald this back to my extra deck and just keep doing it.
That's something he didn't run today, and I was thinking about making him run. Is that emerald?
Yeah, in the finals, actually, against the Blue Eyes player, I made Daiguster Emerald. I had 1 Buster left in my extra deck. I summoned it, and then I instant fusion for the Emerald, overlaid, put these back with a Geargagon, and then I ended up breaking it. It was just,
that sounds like a crazy play.
Emerald is like, I can't stress enough. Instant fusion is such an extender. Like, and once these start getting in the graveyard, like if you have to like blow through these so early in the game, like you're hurting.
Yeah.
Just why does it tag out? That's all I'm gonna say. Why? Castel, I made it once, and it almost cost me the game. Yeah, it was. I had the option to make this or Obsidian. It was the ABC Mirror. He had 1 card in hand, and I knew it was Chaos Hunter because they dropped it, but like I wasn't really supposed to know that, so I was like, oh, alright, what are the chances like you just rip C off the top of your deck? He had A and B in the graveyard, so, and he had a hanger on the board. Chaos Hunter hand, and I was like, we'll just shuffle away the hanger. Come to find out, I could have just banished A and B, the top deck didn't matter, but it ended up not mattering. He drew another Chaos Hunter, which was funny, but he goes, yeah, you got it. Here's another Chaos Hunter. I was like, okay. But this is necessary. If people who don't know what this does, it's like
Cycle Reader, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like Cycle Reader, but it equips.
Doesn't it also have like a Union effect?
Yeah, so once per turn, you can equip it to an XYZ monster. So you can make this 3,000, you can make your Dimedars, 32 Dimedars. Your Dweller can be big. If you like have Norden under this with 22, that's 3,400 Dweller.
Wow.
3,000 Emerald, like Tsukiyomi's 3,000. Like, this stays on the board for so long. Like,
Yeah, people just like go after your other cards.
yeah,
so.
I don't know why like they don't like
Tsukiyami always gets used twice.
yeah. The reason I think I win most of my games is because they leave this on the board.
If you get rid of that, then you have less advantage. People don't
Yeah,
realize that.
like,
That card's just so much for your
Yeah,
advantage.
if I can't discard and I can't just dump my alphabet soup, like, I'm gonna lose. No, this card, nothing wrong with this.
I don't think people have like mastered ABCs just in TCG. Like they're still
No.
learning how to play.
Yeah, no,
And-
honestly, just word of advice: if you stop this, this is not happening most likely unless like they open broken
Yeah.
or they're teching like hand destruction or some garbage. Like no, that's not happening. That's not happening. Staple for the instant fusion play, just recovery. I wanted something to like after like I waste my diamond dyers or waste my dweller, like I wanted to be able to like make these again, because as long as you keep your resources going, like you have no problems.
Diamond Dyer is legit beautiful. You can just beat out strikes and just go for plays.
That was my favorite. We just summon this and they'll fidget around with their strike and they'll like twist it around like, do I
And
activate
like, do I
it?
want to waste the life points? No, pop it anyways.
Yeah, exactly. It's super funny.
It gives you knowledge that like they don't want to give you because
Yeah. I just like I love how like after you tag out, this is like the first thing you make,
Yeah.
and then like they have to like respond to this, so you just know you win from there. Giron, this is really important. This helps you in your late game after like you've blown through your resources. I found myself always adding from the graveyard before adding from deck. As
Really?
I would just toss my my gadgets in there really early on.
Yeah.
Like the early soup plays. I noticed like I would open like gold, silver, and then like a piece, and sometimes I wouldn't always want to because I would like, oh, I want to draw instant fusion, right? So with this, and you fuel the Giron and you fuel the instant fusion as well.
yeah, the Girgon, I can't pronounce the name right now. Just gives you a free. You search, activate that,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah, like
no
put
neg at
yeah,
all.
put a piece in the graveyard
just
and
instant
then
plus.
add a gold gadget from grave or from deck, wherever you need it from. We got the Norden for instant fusion.
That's important.
All right, so funny story. I made a dweller with Norden under it. My opponent game seals my Luster Dragon, and he special summons his game seal. He goes into battle phase and he goes attack game seal.
You're like, okay.
I was like, that's
card
fine. I was
dies.
like, that's fine, damage. And he goes, yeah. I was like, okay, your game seal leaves. And he goes, why? I'm like, and this. Yeah, I was like, this is a water monster, and this dweller says, here's 500 for all water monsters.
Yo, I saw a hero player earlier. He had 2 tree toads,
Yeah.
Bahamut, 2 Bahamut sharks, and 1 abyss crawler. His opponent just stared at him like, oh.
Ross Fear mode, please. Oh man. So my mini OTK engine, Paladynamo, Lightning, and Utopia.
Yeah, you need the Utopias. The Paladin. Explain your Paladin ammo choice.
This is staple Armades with this. I found myself getting Chaos Huntered a lot during testing at home, and you can kind of like preemptively like out the Chaos Hunter with this. Like you summon this, and if they don't chain it there, you're resolving your buster. So 9 out of 10 times they'll summon it there, and you can just negate the Chaos Hunter. This negates any problem card. It drops it to 0, which is very important for this. Because if you can summon a buster, make this. Like you tag your
That all works together.
yeah, you'll tag your buster out, get 3/4s, equip off the hanger, and the next turn just put whatever piece on the field.
What do you think about that compared to Giant Hand?
Alright, so me and my friend Nick, we were testing with Giant Hand, and I just found myself always just running over it. Like in the mirror, I would just special summon my Thrasher and just attack right over it.
That makes sense.
And they would be like, oh. Yeah, I think like if you're playing any 4 kind of like that, like it would have to be Paladynamo because like it has utility outside of that synergy with the lightning, like, and then or like Rafflesia, like if you want to play bottomless or something, because like the defense is huge.
Yeah.
I always ran over Giant Hand. I didn't think it was that great. Plus my side deck, like I just didn't feel like I needed it.
That's
But
definitely an interesting tech.
I found the
Yeah.
same thing, honestly.
yeah, I like won games because of this. Like you drop it down to 0. It like doesn't even matter what like you're negating. Like I gave them a Kaiju, Paladynamo, the Kaiju dropped it to 0, made Lightning, summoned Buster, and like that's game. That's
Yeah,
that's
sounds like
a
game.
solid 5,000, 7,000. Oh, 10K right there. It's rude, but you know sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
That's Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly, you win the
Yeah.
dice roll and you go for it.
Fun.
Now let's see that spicy side deck.
All right, so 3 effect Veiler.
Veiler.
Yeah, my reason behind this was the Toad deck. They're Tin Goldfish, they're Goblinbergs. If I really feel like I needed to negate Shadow Mist off Hero Lives, like pay 4K for a normal summon, that sounds great for me. Yeah, no,
Wow.
this even in the ABC mirror match, this summon a gadget. Like
Do you feel like that's a great card going forward, or did it not do that much for you today?
today, it was okay. I don't think going forward I would play them, honestly. I'd rather just have Chalice or Ghost Ogre. Like, I honestly wish, like, I would draw these. I saw them twice, and they like every time they were just so late. But also, like, I kept Maxis in with these, and so, like, I just wanted like something to draw into that was useful.
Yeah, it pushes your games further.
Yeah, exactly. It was okay. People think this is weird. People keep asking why it's not Gamsteel.
No, I know why it's not Gamma, so
I do not like Blue Eyes. I do not like giving them an 8. If I lose a
free
game,
rank 8.
yeah, like if I lose because they summoned a water statue, then that's unfortunate considering all my normal summons can get over it.
Yeah.
So I felt like this was correct. The worst that Blue Eyes can do with this is summon a stone and then sync for like Spark Dragon.
Which doesn't get them that far.
Yeah, it doesn't get you in there. I'm not afraid of a Spark
Banish
Dragon.
Spark Dragon, oh look.
Yeah, exactly. 3 Typhoon. This card was MVP.
That's interesting.
Any Metal Foe deck I played. No, thank you. I had a guy activate Luster on a silver, try and get extra effect. I was like, no, thank you. That ended his turn. I guess he needed it. I don't know why.
Wow.
Also, it's like it's really good. Like if you see like Secret Village, it's like it's not a spell. It's something you activate for hand. Blow up Pegasus or Sky Iris. I didn't see as much Pendulum as I'd like to, but I think going forward, I would definitely keep playing this.
I think Pendulum is going to pick up. It's just right now you have to get what 2 secret rares, 2 ultra rares, stuff like
My
that.
thing
It's
is,
not that easy.
I don't think anyone like really knows how to like fully play that Metal Foes deck yet because we just got all
Oh,
this
no.
stuff. So that's why I feel like I saw a lot of ABCs today. Speaking of ABCs,
Yeah.
System Downs.
That's the MVP card right now.
This
Like,
I top decked this round 7 against my friend Candon, and
yeah.
My bond.
I got him to
You have to remind everything.
I got him to let me go to main phase without tagging out his buster. He had loaded graveyard for another ABC buster, and his board was Hanger, Tsukiyomi, Buster Drag, and he let me go to main phase. And I don't know why, but I sit him down, blew him out, and then OTK'd him.
Question: why do people like? You should always play as if you're going to get Gamma Sealed or Kaiju.
That's what
Why
I
don't
did.
people tag out in the standby?
That's what I always. I waited for them to announce their phases, like draw phase, yeah, standby phase, yeah, and then when they like, depending on how they said main phase, like or how they were like reading their body language is when like I kind of depicted when to tag out my buster. I'll be honest, I have a rule: first time, every time, I'll tag out my buster. If I have a hanger, just get the free advantage.
Yeah.
But after that, I don't care if I get Kaiju, because I can recoup it. My deck can recover from that. But this card was really, really great. The poison, the package.
We played that too, and we didn't see a single BA.
I didn't see. I regret putting this on my deck list.
Yeah, you can take
This
mine.
thing didn't do anything. I was every time I went to sign, I was like, wow, I wish my 15th card didn't suck.
Yeah, I wish we had a Toad. 'Cause
Yeah.
Toad would matter over Dante.
Like the coolest thing I got to do with this is ABC mirror match in time. I got to Cherry's Lightning, so I didn't lose, and then I ended up making my
Yeah.
Lightning, and I started poking at his pieces. Like had I seen VA, I bet this would have been great, but I didn't. I found that siding 3 clogs, and I ended up doing this instead. I would just side 2 every time.
Really?
And I don't know what it was, but I found myself actually seeing it turn 1 as opposed to having it at 3. I don't know what it was, but this card was strong. If you activate this card or like going aside in, just make sure you have.
Is
something
that
back
Euro?
up. They're French.
Yeah, I
Yep.
could tell the
Yep.
difference.
Just make sure you have like a backup play, because I've seen people cherries their opponent and then they'll still win.
Yeah.
Because that's all you had cherries. So I just opted to like side in 2 every time. I think going forward we would just do like get rid of these, do 2, or probably just not even side it at all. Honestly, I think cherries is overrated.
3 systems down to them.
Yeah, I think there's 3 system down. A little more hate for Pendulum.
Alright, so is that your whole deck then?
That was my whole deck.
Any last words?
Yeah. Thank you, Nick Callis, for letting me borrow Pot of Desires. My friend
Manny over here.
for motivating me. And dealing with anti-spell shenanigans all night. Same with him.
All night.
All night testing. I just flip anti-spell and they're like, I hate you.
That's so true.
No, it is like.
So, what do you think about this event? Like, do you attend frequent events?
Yeah.
Is this like not common?
What do you mean by like not common?
Like, do you not commonly go to events? Like, is this like one of your few events, or
no,
are you a
I go to
frequent
events
competitor?
frequently. I think this event was kind of, it was interesting. I saw a lot of decks I didn't really expect to see.
It's the first time
Yeah.
here, like
Yeah.
for the shop, so it's like it's a big learning experience for them. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to get the players' points of views on this stuff.
Yeah, it kind of showed me like how diverse the format truly was, and how like I needed to be more prepared in my side deck.
There are Lightsworn players here today. I thought Lightsworn were gonna die.
Yeah, like there was just a lot of decks, and like honestly, when I sat down across my opponent, I wasn't like, oh, you're probably playing ABC. I was like, oh, you might be playing like Bushians. I don't even know anymore. Like anything is possible in this format. Now overall, it was a great tournament experience. I learned a lot. I think that's it, really.
All right, so Team Winnie Hut signing out.